Right. They might not get a notification. La 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 la. I don't know if anybody's there. Where's my keys?
They're in the car on the seat. You sitting on
Blimey, I can't find my keys. Now, this has been a bit of a disaster, this has.
it? Is.
Now I can't find my keys. I think I might put them in my pocket. No, I put them in my pocket. You sure?
Definitely on the seat.
Oh, I just got back in the crevice. Hello, thank you. Sorry about that. It's I was struggling to put my phone in. It's in the holder, and I accidentally squished the power button and shut my phone down. So it wasn't my brightest move, and I do apologise. I kept losing connection in that place. That I did. It was a bit frustrating. So hopefully I'm going to have a little journey back with you guys, and maybe it'll be a little bit more successful. That's a bit better. Yeah, so that was a bit of a... and I kept losing connection. Ain't very good connection there at all. So I don't know what the stream was like regarding actually the quality of the stream when it was connected. But otherwise, it just keep trying to reconnect all the while. That was really frustrating. And because of that, I keep going... well, I found it disorientating, if I'm absolutely honest. I've got some sausages for the missus. She usually do treats. Someone's got their eyes just over my shoulder.
I'm vegetarian.
You're vegetarian? Oh, God, no wonder I've got shit sex life. There you go.
I want a sausage.
Are you sure you don't want my sausage?
Yes, was no potato.
Oh, that's very nice, Dan. I'm talking about sausages. Anyway, it was sausage. Oh, look at them. Oh, oh. Totally. Oh, okay. She's a clever girl, isn't she? Right, so bigger bit for the bigger dog. You're not the bigger. Well, you're the fattest dog, but you're not kind of what I meant. That's not what I meant. There goes Bear. Oh, who's that just turned up? Is that a Wally? Oh. Yeah, Peter Dalswick, got my connection back, got out of that place because it's terrible in there. Where's Wally? Wally wants his sausage. Oh, Wally, it's Wally's sausage. Okay, lovely. And we'll put the sausages away. And so, you're not taking any notice of me. That's kind of the story of my life, isn't it? She never does. Right, how are we going to do this? Oh. Actually, it's probably a bit better. Right, so I still want to know what we're going to do about these toys. That's kind of how I ended it last time, wasn't it? And then it all went tits up. And I dropped my phone and just one thing after another. Oh, sorry, how you didn't, buddy? Ah, dear me. Yes, they are. They are lovely, lovely guys and gal. That was a gal, the little black one. She's all right. She's just cut there. It's all right. That one doesn't roll over. It doesn't do as it's told. No. I'm going to need a lorry for those dogs. Okay. Yeah, it's 3 little blighters. Would I ever consider going back to the UK? Caroline, do you answer that one? Would I ever consider going back to the UK?
Probably not, but he should because he's got
Oh, that's it.
7 lovely grandchildren there, and some of them he haven't seen for nearly 2 years, and they're very lovely.
That was COVID.
No, it isn't. That's because you won't go back.
I don't want to go there. I'll get in trouble. Besides, I'll get stopped at the border of the things I've said.
You'd enjoy it. I think you'd enjoy it. You'd
What?
have a lot of fun around your shops and things. So.
I'm making a mockery of it all.
Yeah, you'd love it.
I would. I think I'd get in trouble. I know I will. I've got a big mouth. I think I would. I'll probably get flagged. It's probably flagged on my passport already. I'll get arrested at the border. Oh, traitor!
You know how cheap you can get back for? You just booked me 2 flights for €20.
I know. It isn't just that though, is it? It's all the other stuff as well. I don't know. I'll go want a car when I get there. Or something.
One of the kids will pick you up.
Oh, what better get about? You can carry it. Or motorbike. Motorbike even better.
Yeah, you can just walk.
Oh God, you've got to use your legs.
If you're in Matthew.
I did last time. I walked everywhere last time.
If you're in Matthews, you're in the centre anyway.
He's not in the centre. He's in the suburbs.
He's not. It's 20 minute walk to the centre.
So the answer to that is I probably wouldn't go back unless it's for the kids, to visit the kids, but I would not move back to the UK.
Oh no, I wouldn't
Definitely
move back.
not. The thing is, I've got so used to the space that we've got as well. We can, the idea of losing all that in the countryside, you know, and it's just so lovely. It's a very, very lovely place to live here, where we are in France, in the Limousin. It's rather, not just being picturesque, it's just that, you know what it's like when, you know, if you bought a house, you've got a neighbour, and one side you've got neighbours and they're lovely, but the other side, they're like, you know, affecting you know what. And the problem with that is that you're stuck with them, and you can't escape them, you can't get away from them. I want space, I need space around me.
He's noisy as well.
And I'm noisy, yes. I'm just making videos, but my workshop, and generally me. I am a bit noisy, yes. I can't argue with that. You right there, Sebastian? You seem curious. He seems alright. I have actually brought a light, but I don't think it's such a good idea having a light while you're driving, is it?
Not
No,
really.
in the dark.
That's right.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, in the dark? Right, what do you mean? Sorry. Oh, well, the lights keep going out. Oh. Now the speed limits here, they keep changing. They knocked all the speed limits down to 80 kilometres, which is not, it's only about 50 odd mile, and that was quite frustrating. Because for a road like this, that's quite slow. And then they knocked 80 at the moment, and then when you get the dual carriageway bit, it's then gone back up now to 90, which is still fairly slow. But if you get onto the dual carriageway with an island down the middle, you know, with a bit down the middle, they can go up to 110 in the wet or 130 in the dry. So that's not too bad at all. But going back to these old toys, I keep going around and I keep digressing, don't I? These toys, well, they've got history, haven't they? This isn't just like Owen Patterson, the stuff that's obviously been inundated in the press this week. And so many U-turns and so many things keep going on, I couldn't keep up with it. I upload a video, and since I've uploaded it, it's out of date. You know, by the time I made it and got it up, I got it scheduled, and then it's like, oh, okay, they've U-turned. So that video was kind of like rendered useless. So it's hard to keep up with. Things were moving so quickly, a bit like the fishing in some ways, what's been going on in the last week or so with the fishing. But these Tories, they've been blimey. Every time I say it, it goes out again, I daren't say it. The fact that it does go out on this section of road. And I know that because we were listening to James O'Brien on the LBC. Oh, I managed to say it this time. And it'd always be glitchy, just hair, on this section of road. But hopefully, it should be okay now. Hopefully, I'm touching wood. But yeah. Yeah, we've got years now, haven't we, of scandals. We had, well, Patel, didn't we, when she's gone, had a little visit to see Modi and what have you.
Petty.
Yeah, pretty, you know, she's a pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah, pretty ugly. I mean, she's pretty evil, that's one. Yeah, she's not very nice. She's the evil Pingu.
Ugly inside.
She's ugly inside. But yeah, there was her, wasn't there? And she's she had her scandal, then was forced to resign. At least then she did the right thing. And this has been happening ever since. And now got the when Trump was in, what have you, had the Parlay. I mentioned that earlier. The app that was what's called Parlay was shut down by Amazon because it was on the Amazon servers. and they shut them down. It was a far right chat room, so that a bit like WhatsApp type thing, and that got shut down. And the people who were on that, they was British MPs are on there, not any old MPs. We had, well, Michael Gove was on Parlay, and he was a prolific, user of that particular app. He'd done about 15 to 20 different parlays on there. Who else was there? No one even more prolific than him, done about 50, no British MP. Had Nadine Dorries, or Dorries, whatever her name is. She was on there. These are all hard right individuals. And guess who else was on there? Yeah. Crafty Wank, Darren Grimes, he was on there too. Another one. Well, he wasn't MP, I know. He never has been MP. A fashion designer or fashion student. I got past that other speech. Yep, sorry, it went again.
You actually do.
And while that was happening, I got this car at my bum, trying to flash me, but he got flashed by someone coming the other way because he was trying to overtake on a bend with a lorry coming the other way. Yes. I could have got that live if we didn't lose connection. So then we got Matt Hancock and crew, him and his buddies. Then we got Dido. Now, not be funny, 37 odd billion pounds, and there's no recognition of it. So many people have asked what's happened to that money, and they don't seem to have any kind of, report on it or anything. What's happened to 37 billion pounds? We could have built, about 12 of those aircraft carriers, or maybe we could put airplanes on them, our airplanes on them. That'd be a start, instead of, Biden's.
Anyhow, Boris Johnson can't even keep awake, can he?
Oh no, he keeps falling asleep and ended up being late, wasn't he? He's late for, his speech.
Non-mask wearing.
No mask wearing, giving David Attenborough COVID, probably. They're just such an unruly lot. They like to set the rules, but not expect them. They don't want to abide by them. Well, they don't want any rules at all regarding face masks, do they? Now, Carol, did you say that Macron's likely to be increasing the rules here again soon? They do it on the basis of the
everything's done
infection.
on the basis of
Infection rate. Incident rate. Okay.
If it goes over 50, all primary schools have to wear masks in school.
Okay. What, mean over 50?
Incident rate. Yeah.
A day?
Well, on the week, for the week.
What, for deaths or for?
I don't know.
There's not going to be cases, because there's more cases than that.
Not 50. 50. Not some kind of percentage.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't really know. That's incident rate. Oh, it's 50 per 100,000.
50. Oh, I see. 50. Okay, that makes sense.
Something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then there's also, oh God, what about Macron recently? Was it yesterday? Apparently accused Boris Johnson of stonewalling, basically, I suppose.
It's probably true.
Yeah, it's true. He's just to hide behind all those issues regarding the fishing, and sabre rattling and what have you, and blaming France for the actual fishing license dispute, just so he can hide behind that, so people aren't looking at the homegrown issues.
Yeah, but
and especially this bill.
We've been saying that for months.
I know we're saying for months, but not everybody kind of agree, do they? They think that Boris, he's doing as best he can. Poor little Boris.
I think I believe Macron before Boris.
Well, yeah.
Is the man still behind you?
No, it's gone now. Thank God.
It's behind you.
That it is. So there is Frost, David Frost or Lord Frost, fake Lord Frost, or part-time Gimp.
Having discussions.
Well, he's been having discussions with, I can't remember if it was And well, they've been had a meeting yesterday, and they're saying they haven't really got anywhere. The French are saying that they're pretty much not got anywhere, but yet the government spokesman said that they've been making progress. There's always one side or the other says one thing or another, don't they? It's just like one side says everything's great, and the other side says no, it's not. Vice versa. It's a bit bizarre.
The French did say that the discussions are ongoing now.
Well, yes. While there's discussions, they're holding back on any sanctions. Well, that makes sense. I get that. But they're just constantly trying to provocate. They're trying to piss each other off all the while, basically, is what I'm trying to say. How you say it? Provocate? Is that right? Anyway, yeah, they're just constantly trying to annoy each other just so the other side gets pissed off, and especially Boris Johnson and Frost. Their language is quite offensive. It's not very diplomatic. And then they've got the likes of actually, talking about the papers, is it just me, or has the Daily Mail started getting their talons out at Boris Johnson? Are they gunning for him? I've seen a few articles recently, in the last couple of days, especially after all this sleaze, they're going on Owen Patterson, pretty much attacking Boris Johnson, well, in my eyes anyway. Well, what are people saying? Quite hard. I'm actually supposed to be driving. No hands, no hands. I kid. Because France banned the UK from the EU. Oh, how do you make that one out? What's going on here? Someone tried to imply in a comment that France would... Oh, it's gone again, come back. Imply in a comment that France would blame if any kids in the UK came to harm... That would help. Came to harm... No, I don't...
Just like that.
Okay. Came to harm in an unheated house. Oh, come on, really? That's just silly. Besides, that's not how the sanctions will work anyway. What they've said is that they'll actually increase the cost of the electricity, which obviously make it unaffordable for some people. Some people will clearly have to tighten their belts to suit. But considering most homes in the UK are heated by gas and not electric, it doesn't kind of work out. You might not have no lights. But it's a bit nuts, isn't it? You know, these people, you leave these, like for instance, the comments I get on my channel sometimes. Because I do read the comments, as you already know, some of them I find are just ridiculous. You get the odd one that's actually I'll leave because it either creates a bit of banter or they have something worthwhile to say. I might be on the wrong side of the coin, but it's they've got their opinions and they have to be valid too. They might be stupid, as long as they're not being nasty or offensive or say things that are downright dangerous. But sometimes it's quite funny to actually see, to be honest. And if I go onto some of these, oh god, just a bit annoying, or just for research purposes, it's quite interesting to know what other people, on the other side of the political debate, what their thoughts are. It's quite painful, mind, because most of them they can't even, tie their own shoelaces. I'm sure they get mummy to wipe their bottoms. As a thought. Oh, there we go, the roundabout. And the one annoying thing about French roads or French roundabouts, they don't light them, or they don't have reflectors going all the way around. Well, these ones aren't anyway. and are quite hard to see. They kind of like creep up on you.
No street lights.
Well, there's no lights on them. Well, I don't mind that. It'd be quite handy if there's reflectors or something on the curbs or something, or a sign. Like you would have the chevron sign, wouldn't you, in the UK? You know, on a roundabout, you come up to the roundabout and you'll see the chevrons telling you which way to go. It's a good warning that there's a roundabout coming up. But no, they just kind of creep up on you. It's not very helpful.
We are in rural France.
We are, but that's not that rural, that part, is it? It's just dual carriageway. Not happening in the UK, to be honest. It's just there's just so much going on, isn't there? It's a right mess. I do stand by what I've said before. I think that we're going to get to a point though where people will start waking up, and when they especially find they can't feed their kids or something like that, or they just can't survive, they're going to want someone to blame, and they'll be looking for someone at more arm's length than the other side of the channel, you know. And that's going to be the Tory party, or their neighbours, or there'll be civil unrest. So them?
They all seem to be sheep at the moment.
They do seem to sheep, and the same.
Even our daughters.
Yeah, we had Caroline's was talking to my daughter this morning, or afternoon. That was morning, wasn't it? Or was it lunchtime? Anyway, it doesn't matter. And she's got her head in the sand. Really has. She's just
shot in the mosque.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is in the UK, Carol. No one's wearing masks. It's just, and they're wondering why. Well, they probably aren't one. They probably don't care. Why the infection rates is increasing. And the death rate in the UK at the moment is scary. And that's with vaccinated population.
And our youngest son has now got COVID.
Yep. Oh, and our youngest son, my boy Stefan, he's got COVID at the moment. He's vaccinated, so.
There's 4 people off of it just in his restaurant.
Yeah, my man works in a restaurant. He's a chef, sort of front. It's like an open kitchen sort of thing, so everybody can see what's going on. But no one wears masks or anything. But not like here. We went to the Chinese the other day, and it's a Chinese restaurant, it's a buffet style restaurant. But you have to wear your mask as you leave your seat to go to the buffet. So when you get your food, you have to wear your mask. And the only time you take your mask off is when you're actually eating your food. Obviously, a bit difficult otherwise, wouldn't it? A bit messy.
And there's gel and white gloves at the end of the counter.
Yeah, and on the buffets, the bain-maries, I don't know, those heated tray things. But so you definitely feel a lot safer. You get the odd idiot, obviously, you don't bother, and then they get told. But well, someone's saying no one's wearing masks at all.
Would they put him at risk because he's
working
there with lots of people?
Well, yeah, but they do have a lot. They had you say 500 people came in there today or the other day.
600 in one day.
Oh, there were 600 people in a day. Not 600. I don't know if it's 600 covers, is it? Actual meals.
Some just went in for a drink.
I think it's probably just people coming into the pub. Anyway, he's got COVID, so he's got self-isolate at the moment. And because the government isn't providing any help, he's only getting £80 a week. £80 a week?
Yeah.
So he's got to survive on £80 a week, be on sick pay. And the fact of the matter is that he probably got COVID while he's actually working.
Must have done his 300.
So he got it in the workplace, and now it's put him in a position where he can't afford to, survive really. They're going to be obviously going back to work, so it's only 1 week, so he'll be alright. But £80 a week, that's crazy, isn't it? How can people survive on sick pay? Oh, I'm going 1 kilometre over speed limit, not now.
That's because there's 50 here.
Blimey. Now, I'm a bit paranoid about the speed here because, well, when I was in England, I've never had a speeding fine. Never. How many have I had here? How many speeding fines have I had in France?
No, you had a couple.
About 5? 6?
No, 2 of them were in Italy.
2 of them in Italy?
About 3 in France and 2 in Italy.
1, 2, 3, 4 in France.
4 in France and 2 in Italy.
1 in Switzerland, 1 in Italy.
Yeah, 2 in Italy.
Was it 2 in Italy?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't?
No, yeah.
No, I
Both
think-
times you got one.
Okay.
That was on your bike though.
That was on the motorbike. I was on Italy. It's quite easy on the motorbike. That's actually quite heavy. They are a bit. They do entrap a little bit the actual speed cameras here. A bit of entrapment. So that's a bit annoying. You'll be really careful.
I don't think there's any hair, is there?
No, there's not on a certain stretch, but there is sometimes there's a mobile one on that gravel bit. Scott got caught on that. Just up here on the left. Oh, these dogs. They're still there. They haven't jumped. No.
Where they could jump to?
I don't know, out the window.
They need some food.
They need some food. You haven't fed the poor little doggies. Oh, have they had breakfast?
Yeah.
Do they have 11sies?
No.
Oh, poor little doggies.
You give them a sausage.
They've had probably. Yeah, they have. I think we've got about 4 of those sausages so far. So one half
Pardon?
sausage. They've had about 4 sausages so far.
Do they need any tea?
Yeah, it's only 1/2 sausages each. Yeah. I'm sure they'll eat their tea. But yeah, it's just I don't know. And can Keir Starmer pull this around? I really ought to check these comments, but I can't really. I'm driving very well. Caroline, you should be a good wife.
Well, they're not to eat.
I uploaded a video earlier about farming. I was reading some reports on how the farmers are going to lose their subsidies by 2024. Yeah, bulk of their subsidy by 2024. We're only looking at like 3 years. It's sort of, since 2021, they're basically starting to lose their subsidies. It's not a bit funny. Farmers' budgets. I'm not talking about the big farmers and stuff like that, but even obviously those as well. But some of the smaller farmers rely on those subsidies. I know they do here in France. Yeah, it's kind of their profit margin.
You're
You're responsible for the Brexit misery because you don't, or because you didn't return in droves after.
We kicked you out. Told you to.
Ah, no, he's talking. Yeah. I think he's referring to Europeans who left. They didn't go back again.
Oh.
We told you to go home and you didn't come back again. I think that's what Lars was saying. Roundabouts seem un-American.
Don't say don't.
That's really annoying. 'Cause I wish it'd just stay on.
You can't read it. That's not what
No, that isn't. It's just daft, isn't it? If you do it on the computer, they stay up. They're having an internal conversation.
I can't read. You'll be sick.
You'll be sick if you read. God, you're always sick. She's always sick.
I feel car sick.
She gets car sick. What if I wobble the car about? Will you throw up?
Over
Oh.
you.
What?
Over you.
Over me? That's not a very nice thing to do, is it?
You're the wobble of the car.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, you know. They're just, the British government or the Brexit, they've told everyone to bugger off, and now they're trying to come back again. And what a joke that is. When they've tried to offer all these visas, when DEFRA, we know who the head of DEFRA is George Useless. And it's tried, Eustace. They've sent all these, they've said we'll give visas out for certain, whether it be butchers or, people working in the meat industry or packers and stuff like that. And they've had no uptake. And DEFRA, they won't even say whether or not they have or they haven't. They're shying away from it. We know full well they haven't. They just, it just ain't going to happen, is it? So now what's happening now is we've got all this pork, or pork carcasses, swine carcasses that have been shipped out of the UK to cases to Ireland, other cases to Netherlands, to be processed, packaged, and sent back to the UK. How ridiculous is that? So on top of all that, we've now got, well, we know about Germany. Germany has, well, they've got a surplus of pork because France and China decided they didn't want German pork for one reason or another. And so Germany's got this surplus of pork. So they're distributing that, obviously, with other EU member states, but equally, a lot of it has been going over to the UK because the UK is buying it up, or the supermarkets are buying it up because they can't process their own pork. So we've got all these pigs that are, well, over 10,000 have already been culled, and now they've decided they're going to dispatch the pigs, or some of the pigs, and send them over the Channel or over the Irish Sea. And finish do all the butchery over there, and so the fact is that once that goes to the EU and then comes back to the UK, it can no longer be called British pork. That's just nuts. So just for that Channel or the Irish Sea, into an EU member state, it's no longer British pork. That did make me tickle when I read that. Hence I made a video. So yeah, it's this Brexit it's working really well, isn't it? Yeah, it's such a success, wouldn't you say, for the EU? God, Bennett. Got trillions of different assets all left the UK, and now in the EU member states. We've got loads of companies that have set up in the Netherlands, as well as France and Germany and those other places. It's just, but people, why is it? They don't seem to care. The British people who voted for Brexit, they don't see this as a problem. They just don't want to admit that their Brexit that they fought for is a crock of shit. I just mind them. I just can't. As a woodworker and somebody I'm quite a practical person. You stick bits of wood together and they, a clamp will have you and leave it a while and it dries and it stays together. That's the common sense of it. Just logical. But not Brexit. There's nothing logical about it. It's just maddening. This cognitive dissonance, or Dunning-Kruger effect. It's just, it's so tribal. It's maddening. We've got an ideological government that clearly does not really have an inkling of what they're doing. They haven't a clue, do they?
Is it like using a sticky instead of super glue?
It's a bit like that, yeah. But it just, you're right. There's no solutions. They're just a reaction to a situation, and like you say, a sticky plaster to try and solve it, the here and now, the immediate. But because they've done no planning or anything, for Brexit, have they? They're just what was it that Boris Johnson said? Our industry needs to be able to sort this out for themselves. Industry will sort the problems out. Well, they didn't even know what kind of Brexit they're going to end up with, did they? They couldn't plan for it. So there was no plan. I don't know how much your diesel is at the moment, but I'm driving past a diesel petrol station at the moment, and diesel is €1.59.9. €1.59. Well, €1.60 basically.
Yeah, but when we went,
gallon. A litre, sorry.
When we went at the beginning of the week, that was 148.
Yeah. It is going up and up and up and up and up. Can't be making unnecessary journeys. We should be doing that anyway, to be honest. It's not good for the environment. Again, we don't go many places, do we? We're quite, just sort of local trips for different walks. So not doing always the same walk for the dogs. That's the only thing, where we live in rural France, everything is so far away. It's not a case of just, nip on a push bike and you go there. You're talking about 10 kilometres, 15 kilometres, 20 kilometres, 30 kilometres, just to get to supermarkets. This little place here we're going through at the moment, it's called Saint-Laurent-sur-Gore. There's Saint-Laurent on the Gore, which is the river. It's called the Gore. It's gone over a bridge. It's only a little bridge, but it's a bridge. There's not much more than a stream actually that goes through there. Yeah, but I feel very fortunate living there, to be honest, Caroline. Considering what's going on in the UK, I think we got out at the right time. Well, this has been a bit of an odd stream. It's kind of not very well planned. I've lost connection God knows how many times. And I've gone off kilter. Lost the connection inside Leroy Merlin's. That really put me off track. That was a bit frustrating. Unlike the other day when I was in the supermarket.
Dropped your phone.
I dropped my phone. Yeah. Well, that all went tits up. And then I had to restart the stream as a new stream. So that was a bit annoying. But and also I'm driving. I can't really check my messages. One thing that's quite hard to read.
No, I can't hear you because my hearing aid battery's gone.
Oh, can't you? Oh dear. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop somewhere in a minute and I'm going to stop under this light. Right, I'm right near the aerial internet as well. So it's probably 5G, isn't it? That's it. That's better. I just want to check these before we get back. Right, I feel I've been neglected you while I've been driving.
I'll use a hearing aid battery.
Right, how far can I need to go back? It'll even become better. So Lars Ellerhorst, it'll even become better. Pigs and cattle are born, raised and killed in Britain, processed in Germany, sold to China and probably exported back to the UK thanks to the CPTPP, yeah. Yes, the, I forgot what it's called, what it stands for now. Complete Southern Pacific Trading Partnership or something. Oh, I can't remember now. Hello, David!
I need something pokey.
I can't. Foreign sausages? What would they think of you now in Brexit land? Yeah, well, we call them dog sausages, them ones, don't we? They'll broiler things.
I need something pokey like a key, I don't know.
You need a pokey thing? How about a screw? Do you want a screw?
Yeah.
Don't get that wrong idea. Oh dear. Oh, you people. So, what filthy minds you have. Oh, where are we? Hey, Veg, bye, Diddlin. It's been a bit of an odd stream, Veg, because I keep losing connection. I dropped my phone, and then I managed to turn my phone off by putting the phone clamp on over the power button, and it shut the phone down. It's obviously shut the stream down as well. Eric says, Caroline, Eric just said that Marcus is great. Wouldn't necessarily want to be his wife, though.
No.
She don't want to either. Don't you want to be my wife? No. Sometimes. Not all the while. Am I terrible?
Sometimes. It's better. I can hear now.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic. We are quite energetic, aren't we? We do quite we're quite busy people, aren't we?
Yeah.
We never sit down for long.
No.
We might have a coffee, and that's about it. Then we're off again and carrying on and doing stuff. It's quite hard not to do anything in our house. Where am I, Lee? Well, I was, you know, Leroy Merlin's. I was at Leroy Merlin's. Kept losing connection in there, a bit like Ginger Island. And then I managed to turn my phone off with the clamp squeezing on the blooming power button like an idiot. Oh dear, can't help it, can I? So Leroy Merlin's, that's north of Limoges. That's otherwise known as the Family Village. And there's loads of different like shops and stores and DIY and
Decathlon, Le Havre.
that's the Decathlon. We've got Decathlon in the UK, haven't you?
Le Havre.
The Havre, which is clothing, Culture, which is a bit like a it's an arts stationery and arts
Books
and stuff.
music.
Yeah, and books and music. I can buy vinyl from there.
McDonald's.
Oh, there's a McDonald's. There's a food kind of usual kind of rubbishy
Cheapy
food places. And a boulanger, which sounds a bit strange because it sounds like a baker, but maybe it's the name baker, boulanger. And it's they sell things like music, computers,
Oh, and Darty as
all that
well.
stuff,
That's
electronics.
Very
That's it.
Darty is very similar.
Yeah, and Darty is very similar. We've got Darty as well, which is very, very similar. Darty's quite good sometimes, actually.
Decathlon's quite good.
Yeah. And Decathlon, where we've just been, is actually quite a good DIY store, and the prices are okay.
Decathlon is not a DIY store.
Did you say Decathlon? I meant Leroy Merlin, sorry. Oh, idiot. Yeah, you should try DIY. Oh, I got a story! I got a story about Decathlon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I should share it or not.
No.
Oh dear.
Marcus was trying on some shorts.
Was it shorts?
In the changing rooms.
Okay.
And he doesn't always wear underwear.
In fact, I've got none on now.
And he didn't lock.
David.
He didn't lock the door.
No, I did lock the door.
No, you didn't.
Didn't I?
No.
Oh, I didn't
He
lock the
didn't
door.
lock the door. And he was changing.
Oh, stop bollock
And
naked!
this young girl opened the door.
That's it. I'll tell you what.
And he stood there with his dangly.
My dangly is what we call it. You never called it that before. You usually say, "Is that it?" That's what you normally say. That the door
She was
flung
so
open,
embarrassed.
and there was me stags. I was just about to put my clothes back on after trying these clothes on and stuff. And yeah, I was about to put my clothes back on. I did buy them, and then it's just the door flings open. It's just like this. This is me. Oh God, I was grinning like a Cheshire cat. That was so funny.
You thought it was hilarious
And
when you
I
went
did.
to the checkout with
I did. She was at the
things.
checkout with that young lad,
You thought that
and she was pointing at me. My poor French girl. She's got trauma now. Arcee says, "Why does that not surprise me?" Oh dear. Oh, brilliant. Peter Dallas. So he's done Latin. Did you learn that with Boris Johnson? Or did he teach you? Then added French, then English and Spanish. Wow, excellent.
What's this?
God, I wish I could do languages. I really struggle. Well, you do because you're hearing, but I struggle with thick. I can't seem to get pronunciation. Really bad pronunciation.
We've got a 4-year-old granddaughter and she's bilingual already.
She's immersed in it, isn't it? We're not immersed. The only time we really come across French people, is when we go to places like Leroy Merlin's and stuff like that.
Well, sometimes when we go to Jess's.
Oh yeah, okay, French friends and stuff like that. But I'm always in my workshop or my office. We don't really venture out much, really, do we? We're quite insular, really. We are recluses. I might have something to do with it, really. Why not? I'm just always busy all the time. Just, no respite.
We probably just need our own island.
Not Ginger Island, thank you.
Ginger Island.
I don't want
Like getting bit.
that. Yeah, they've got these old little creatures. They eat you alive. They do. Like nasty little critters they are. Le dangler, dangler. The English dangler. So le danglais anglais.
Most people are embarrassed. You weren't embarrassed.
Oh, sorry, Veg Pie. I didn't realise you're doing super chat. I didn't get the notification. No, oh, I need to find out what's going on here. I do apologise to anybody who gave me super chats last time because I didn't see them. And yeah, I really do appreciate it. And I do apologise because where was that? Where was that? Okay. Why haven't I got a notification? Normally it'd come up. It might be because I was driving and thank you, Veg. I found it. Thank you very much. Oh, cheers, Constance. I'm a favourite YouTuber.
Do you think we're only about sort of 5 minutes from home?
We are.
I feel a bit queasy.
Do you feel a bit queasy? Put me into it a bit. Will it help? Oh, we'll freeze instead. Hearing aid batteries, they're not expensive, are they? We get them for a place called Action normally, and they're Rayovac ones.
$1.99 for 6.
Yeah, $1.99 for 6. Action is a bit of an everything type store, isn't it?
QD, say.
But better than QD,
yes,
way better than QD.
They're $1.99 for 6.
I think it's a German or Dutch company. I can't remember. Yeah, it's called Action anyway. And you get batteries, they're usually at the end of the counter, aren't they?
They last about...
They're the tills.
I should wear 2 hearing aids, I've only got 1 at the moment, but they last about a week, the battery does, so
yeah,
that's not too bad. About €2 every 3 weeks, that's not really...
That's not too bad at all, is it? But there's a pain having a hearing aid, especially if you want to learn language, because it messes everything up, doesn't it, regarding the frequencies all off.
Even with hearing aids, I can't hear. I lip read a lot, don't I? Where the masks don't help at the moment. You can read French better.
Right, okay. You'll make the way back?
And feed these dogs.
We'll feed the dogs. Right, okay, well, we're going to make a move. And,
well, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
we'll be back, we're only about 5 minutes down the road, so... And thank you for watching. I'm very sorry for the fact that I had all these problems regarding the stream. And, I've done a bit of recce, really, shouldn't I?
Next time we'll find somewhere better to do it.
Probably my workshop. At least it's got good internet in there.
Yeah, that was quite fun around the supermarket.
Yeah, that worked quite well. Yeah.
Obviously St. Jude's okay, but on the road isn't.
Alright, and take care, guys. You be good.
Stopped.